evolution of sound.
Hey, what's up guys? So today I'm going to teach you how to make a Curbi red point inspired lead. Now I try to recreate it for you guys, but it's taking me a bit too long to do it. I can't get the right texture of the sound. Like, it's there, it's just missing that extra thing that I can't figure out what it is. I've tried going through wavetables. Maybe I didn't go through all of them, and I'm going to tell you guys I didn't go through all of them. However, they're all giving me different kind of things, so if you guys want to take this a step further, then you guys can. Now let me show you how to get this effect. So this is how it sounds like right now. So everything's right, it's just missing that fucking texture, and I can't figure it out. It might be that I put too much distortion, because you know the lead itself has a very nice top end to it. Like, it doesn't sound like it has a lot of high end to it, but it still has that mid high that makes it so juicy. So let's get started with the tutorial. So the first thing is, if you guys haven't watched the previous video, you probably should. I'm not going to explain this, but we did the glide effects the Curbi way. So the Curbi way. So if you guys want to check that video out, make sure to check it out. It's the last video I released, you know, and you know, it's Curbi way. And pretty much, you know, monophone here, and then we put the glide. And then if you guys want to see how that works, then you guys can go ahead. The next thing is one oscillator. The sound isn't huge like that. It's only one fucking oscillator. And the way we know this is because it sounds so fucking thin. The lead is fucking thin compared to a lot of other leads like supersaws and all this shit. That's the next thing. The next thing is the phase. The reason I decided to go with this phase, you can see it gives it that texture that Curbi has in his lead from Red Point. So that's one of the things why I have that on. The next thing is going to be the shapers. So here we have insert one, which is going to give it this. It's going to make it sound a lot thinner, and that's because shapers tend to distort, and whatever you have will get distorted. And the reason for that is because we had a scream here, which would do this. And that's why I had it on. The next thing is the P shaper, if you guys want to hear that. So that's going to give it another extra. Now, I turned on the P shaper, this one, through here. In Massive, we have the routing option. Now, if you want to use both inserts, all you have to do is follow this. You know, say, okay, I want insert 1 to come in here. And then if you want to turn insert 2 on, all you have to do is click it on here or here. Now, the cool thing about Massive is it lets you do this. It lets you pretty much position where you want your inserts to come in. So you can have your insert come in before your filter, which is going to pretty much distort whatever you apply in it. It's going to distort the sound before it goes into a filter. And then you can have insert, you know, the insert 1 come after the filter, or come after the feedback if you choose to put any feedback. So here we have it coming out here, and then insert 2 comes in here. So after our sound gets filtered, if you see the way it's routed, it doesn't go, it goes straight to the filter. After coming out of the filter, we hit it with that S shaper. The S shaper, and then it's going to go in here. It's going to come down, and now it's hit with the insert 2. So it's bypass. So insert 1, then insert 2 hits it. And then we have it going into feedback if we want to turn that on, and then you guys can activate that. You know, and then you can add that if you want to. It's totally up to you. And then from there, you know, we have the effects. So in the effects, I have a dimension expander, and the dimension expander is there to pretty much make the sound wide, because if we take it off, it's centered. But Curbi has his lead wide, so instantly dimension expander gets added to get it wide. Now the next thing is FX2. You can put reverb or maybe something else. I chose not to put anything else. Maybe that could be why I didn't get it. And then some EQ to bring in boost. So I know that the lead needs a bit more, this lead needs a bit more in the mid area to sound like Curbi's lead. So instantly I just boost it at this frequency here, whatever it may be at 9 o'clock. And you can see that's a lot of middle ground there. Other than that, guys, that's going to be it. So the wavetable doesn't really matter. You can even put a sine wavetable. You know, they're all going to sound very similar because just of the shapers. So oscillator 1, we have pretty much a sine. You can put whatever you want. Go with a sine if you want. Modulation oscillator, the phase is going to be the phase of the sound. You know, you can kind of modulate that. And this is what that's going to do to it. And the higher the pitch, the more faster it goes. And then pretty much, you know, It has to be all the way to the right because that's where you're going to get that kind of feel to it. The next thing that's important is the glides in order for them to activate us through here. Now, the next thing we have is the comb filter. The comb filter is super important because without it, literally, it gives it that extra feel towards what we're going after. It's just something in this section, it needs to be fixed in order to get that sound. But hopefully you guys can get to it. It's very simple as you guys saw. And hopefully it kind of helps. This is just an inspired one. I'm going to leave the download link for you guys if you guys want to download it. I'll put it in the comments below. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this. This is my best recreation of it. So hopefully you guys are grateful for that. And now back to working on what I was working on, guys. Take care and have an amazing day.